Welcome back to the Gridiron Goons. I'm your host, Brandon. I'm with the... preachers. Anyway, I'm here with the Sean O'Mac.
Hello.
And welcome back. We so much free agency news to talk about. It's unreal.
Yes.
We're recording this on Wednesday at about 6 o'clock. So the deals we're going to be talking about have been since Monday.
Yes.
And when this comes out on Friday, obviously we're going to miss some stuff. We're going to record another episode on Friday and have it out either Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. We don't know yet. But wow, there's
pretty
been a
quiet
lot.
so far.
Well,
As the official period gets underway.
the official start to the season, it's quiet, but
Still a lot of big names out there.
Dude,
We're
Monday.
anxious to see where they're going to end.
Right.
End up.
Monday, Tuesday, just balls to the wall all day long. We're at work. We're on the phone call, hanging out, and our phones are just constantly going off. If you follow the Gridiron Goons on Facebook, you'll see all the shit that we've been sharing.
Yes.
It's just unreal, the amount of trades, signings, and blah, blah, blah. So we're going to talk about all of them as if they're already finalized, because I think that's what's fair to you. So,
Shout out.
who are we shouting out?
I'm not shouting him out.
Okay. Before we do get started, we have a tampering situation. Ronnie Stanley,
Yes.
tackle of the Baltimore Ravens. There was two teams that found to be illegally tampering with him. The Chiefs offered him
weird.
$20 million, and the Commanders offered him $24 million. So more to come on that. We don't
They're
have
just
any.
trying to get a jump start on protecting Jaden.
I get it. I mean, they ended up getting Laramie Tunzel about it. So
You know what?
solid as fuck. We're gonna talk about that later. We are gonna go in. We're gonna talk about every single move. So this might take a little while. We'll be honest, but we're going to give our feedback on most moves. Let's say that. We're going to go AFC first, then NFC, and we're rocking it East, North, South, West, because that is how the NFL website has it up. And we're just going to rock down that list. So, first things first, we are going with the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen got an extension, even though they just signed him, 4 years ago?
Got a payday?
No, he had 4 years left, I mean.
Yes.
So they extended him to a 6-year contract. The whole deal is worth $330 million. $250 of it is fully guaranteed.
Well deserved. That's your MVP. Josh Allen is probably one of the most important individuals to his team that there can be.
Without Josh Allen, they're not even a playoff team. In my opinion. It is simple as that. He took less money. What was his quote? What is $5 million when you already have a contract like this?
What's $5 million more dollars going to get me
That I can't already
that
get?
I can't already have or get now?
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah.
Hell of a guy. We love that here at the Gridiron Goons. Team first mentality. Absolutely.
Josh Allen, shout out.
Absolutely. We got Harper chewing on a bone. I'm sorry.
Right
You
on
guys had
cue.
to
Every time
hear
we
that.
start,
It's
dude.
fucking wild. She was literally in the other room. Anyway. Running back Darrington Evans agreed to a free agent deal. I don't know what that means, but I believe that means they're starting him or signing him. But we just don't know for what. Ty Johnson, another running back, re-signed to a 2-year, $5 million deal.
Let's go.
You know, he had a couple touches last year. He was pretty solid. I think it's a nice keep for them, for sure. They're one of the few teams in the league that's carrying a fullback. Reggie Gilliam.
Chris's cousin.
Yes. Chris's cousin, Reggie. Signed to a 1-year, $2 million deal. I believe Gilliam is about 30 years old. So that makes sense that they're going by a year-by-year basis, you know, especially at a tough position like fullback. They don't get a lot of usage, but when they do, they get fucking cracked.
I don't want to talk about fullbacks right now.
We'll get to your fiasco later.
I love this next one.
You know, agreed. The next one is wide receiver Josh Palmer from the Chargers has agreed to a 3-year, $36 million contract with $18 million fully guaranteed.
Gives Allen that guy that can stretch the field.
Absolutely.
Quick. Yeah.
He's very underrated.
Yes.
Very underrated. Josh Palmer, for some reason, he got outshined on the Chargers, no matter who else was there.
Keenan Allen.
For some reason,
Quentin
Johnston outshined him, and I disagree. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's how he catches. Anyway. So, it looks like he can double his money if he hits the right incentives, which, that's a hell of a thing, play hard, because they're probably going to lose Amari Cooper, just because of cap alone. Another wideout that they are signing, Khalil Shakir signed a 4-year extension worth up to $60.2 million, including $32 million guaranteed at signing.
T-Bone's guy.
Yeah. Called it from the beginning. Got to give him the credit.
Yeah.
Khalil Shakir, I believe, shocked every single one of us this year. We didn't think that he would be that guy. And the only person that I know of
Don't
that had seen it coming was T-Bone.
Let's go, T-Bone.
Yeah, congratulations. You deserve this. Next up. Now, this is the one that's been not shocking, but everyone's been really cheering on. Even my dad sent me something today.
What?
He texted me a Facebook video about Joey Bosa. Because the Buffalo Bills signed edge rusher Joey Bosa into a 1-year, $12.6 million deal with $12 million guaranteed and a max value of $15.6 million. I don't know how that works. It must be like old contract stuff coming in.
Yeah, that's the complicated shit.
But anyway, Joey Bosa's really got a nose to find out where that ball is going to run.
And to our knowledge, he did not get hurt signing this contract.
No, he didn't. He didn't get any hand cramps or anything. Yeah, we like to poke fun, but Joey Bosa's a hell of a player. He really is. But all he's got to do is stay healthy. On top of that, we have another edge, which is Michael Hocht, I believe, agreed to a 3-year contract worth up to $24 million. And this is the biggest signing because it didn't have to re-sign Allen, so I'm not counting it as much. Greg Russo. He's
That's huge.
coming to be like a top 10 edge guy. He's kind of like a Trey Hendrickson, people, they're not talking about him. He's great at what he does, but for some reason his name isn't carrying him at all. Signed a 4-year, $80 million extension that includes $54 million guaranteed at signing.
Damn. Okay, Roos, we see you.
Yeah. Defensive tackle.
I did not know they got Larry Ogunjobi.
They did get Larry Ogunjobi. Signing a 1-year, $8.3 million contract with $8 million guaranteed with incentives. The deal is worth up to $10 million. If you guys can hear Harper barking, we're sorry, but hey, man, dog's going to do what dog's going to do.
Protecting the fort, man.
Linebacker Terrell Bernard signed a 4-year extension up to $50 million, including $25.2 million guaranteed. They also re-signed 2 safeties. They signed a 1-year deal with Derek Forrest, and they re-signed Damar Hamlin on a 1-year deal. So, they also, which is, I didn't think I'd see a long snapper in here. Reed Ferguson.
Let's go.
Re-signed.
Give the LS's some love.
Right? Hell yeah. Signed to a 4-year contract. With the Ducks? You didn't have to.
My bad.
Damn. Anyway, that is it for the Buffalo Bills. Next up is the Miami Dolphins.
Yep. You know what?
You
Let
wanna
me
run
take
through?
the Dolphins.
Okay.
So right off the get, we got Zach Wilson. Some people didn't understand this signing. I really liked it.
You know what?
I really liked it. I think it's good for him.
I agree, because this is going to be a little fucked up. But Tua's annual concussion is coming, and he'll get his chance to ball out. So if he does good with the time he gets to play, he can sign somewhere and be a starter.
Yeah.
Or he can continue to be Tua's backup, depending on money situations.
Yeah.
So I like that for them as well.
And sorry, I'm just a little caught off guard. I did not know this one because I have this guy on my fantasy team.
You do not have Dwayne Eskridge.
I don't have Eskridge. Well,
So let's talk
Dwayne
about
Eskridge re-signed with the Dolphins. The Dolphins went out and signed another wideout. NWI. Nick Westbrook Akine. Akine.
Yes.
Sorry, I went Terry there.
It's all right. It's all right.
I didn't say Trevor Halliburton.
Yeah, that was wild as fuck.
Anyway, I did not know that.
Yeah, agreed to a 2-year, $6.5 million deal with $3.2 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
So he was a great deep ball threat.
Yes. All he does is score touchdowns.
Yeah, that dude's a monster.
All he does is catch touchdowns.
Yeah.
So giving the Big Ugly some love in Miami with signing of Jackson Carman. He re-signed with the Dolphins. Also offensive lineman Larry Borom signing a free agent deal. Offensive guard James Daniels signing a 3-year, $24 million. Oh, they're trying to keep.
I agree.
Tua
I mean, can you fucking blame them?
I get it.
Tua, you're finally getting your love, buddy.
And then they went to linebacker Tyrell Dodson, re-signing on a 2-year deal. Then cornerback
Ifitu Melifonwu.
There you go. And I'll go right to safety. Elijah Campbell re-signed with the Dolphins. And then safety Ashton Davis signing a 1-year, $2.5 million deal that has a max value of $3 million with incentives.
Gotta love that. You want to just keep going back and forth on this thing?
Yeah, that's
We don't
fine.
have Preacher to keep us in line, okay? He does a big part here. Anyway.
Well, I didn't know Mac Hollins went to New...
Will you hold on? Hold the phone.
I'm also...
The New England
caught off
Patriots are
guard,
up next.
like you guys are with some of these signings.
Quarterback Joshua Dobbs, the Pastronaut himself, agreed to a 2-year, $8 million deal with $3.8 million fully guaranteed at signing.
He backed up Brock last year.
Yes, he did. He had to play a couple games, didn't he? Or no? One? That's what I thought. Anyway, he has his moments. He can come out there, ball out. Sometimes he disappears. We don't know what the fuck's going on with him. Next is a super, super underrated signing.
Is it?
Yeah, yes. I haven't heard anybody talking about it. Wide receiver Mac Hollins agreed to a 2-year, $8.4 million deal that has a max value of $10.4 million. He is the barefooted assassin, okay?
Yeah, Mac's about fuck them shoes.
Yeah, which is kind of hilarious. But that's not the point. That dude is a deep ball threat. He runs pretty good routes. I've seen him, block pretty well. He's just very underrated, but he's not the best at anything either. But when a guy puts in that kind of effort, it's kind of hard to not like him. You know what I mean?
He's good, but he flies low-key under the radar.
Yes, he does.
I think that's how he likes it.
Yeah. He caught that big touchdown in the championship game, I believe. Yep. Next up, we got Austin Hooper, the tight end, re-signing on a 1-year deal, $5 million deal with $4 million guaranteed and a max of $7 million.
It's like, what are you doing? You got Hunter Henry.
Draft one. Anyway. O-line looks like a tackle. Morgan Moses agreed to a 3-year, $24 million deal worth up to $28.5 million. On the edge, they've signed a 3-year, $43.5 million deal with $26 million fully guaranteed and a max value of $48 million to edge rusher Harold Landry. Now, I like Landry. He's good. Is he worth that kind of money? He's definitely near that. Is he worth it or is he not? I think what the Patriots are doing is they're saying, look how much cap space we have. We're going to fucking use it.
Might as well.
I fully agree. One of the best signings that I've seen since Monday is also very underrated. Defensive tackle Milton Williams from the Eagles agreed to a 4-year, $104 million deal with $51 million fully guaranteed at signing, including a $24 million signing bonus. He was really good when the snaps he did get to play. He was not the original starter, but whenever one of the two monsters on the interior of the Eagles needed out, he filled in, and it was like they didn't leave. Dude, super underrated. I like that guy a lot. You could tell Vrabel, he handpicked him for sure. Another D lineman. I'm gonna fuck this up. Kyrus Tonga signing a 1-year, $2.7 million deal. Linebacker Robert Spillane signing a free agent deal. I'm going to go back to him in a second. I'll get through the last one. Cornerback Carlton Davis.
Wow.
Agreed to a 3-year, $60 million deal. He's awesome. I wanted him to come back home to Tampa. Love his game. He's about it. We should have never got rid of him in the first place. But Robert Spillane, I'm going back to him for just a second. I really like Robert Spillane's game. And the people that they are putting on defense, they're not going to be the same team we saw last year. No fucking way. Vrabel is really, really putting in what he thinks can happen. I think they're going to go after another big wide receiver or maybe a bigger tight end. Someone else is going to get signed. Maybe an Amari Cooper. Maybe a Cooper Kupp. Because all them guys are free agents as of right now. I think they need a true one over there. Demario Douglas ain't it.
Ayuk's available.
Well, yeah. Demario Douglas ain't it. We both like Jalen Polk, but last year he kind of proved he's not the one either.
He's still on T-Bone's taxi squad.
Yes. Other than that, they're putting in work over there in New England. You want to go ahead with the Jets?
Moving on to the Jets with my favorite signing.
It's a big one.
If this ain't your favorite signing, guys, come on. I mean, this dude's finally getting his break. Going to be the starting quarterback.
Probably.
I'm hoping. Should be. Justin Fields, let's go. Signing a 2-year, $40 million deal with $30 million fully guaranteed, including a $15 million signing bonus and $5 million base salary in 2025.
Whole lot of extra numbers. We don't know what they mean. Sorry, man. Anyway.
Justin Fields is getting good money.
He's getting a bag.
Good.
And it's a little prove-it deal.
Pittsburgh gave up on him. I'm glad he went somewhere else.
You know what? I agree. Taylor's pissed.
Well, that's why he don't even have an active quarterback on his roster right now.
I get that. Before you leave that, the potential offense in the Jets, as of this second, is Fields, Breece Hall, and Garrett Wilson.
Yes.
That sounds nasty, bro.
They lost Adams.
They did lose Adams. And their tight end situation's not great. Tyler Conklin.
They're going to draft one.
I believe they are as well. But I think, so we know their defense is stout, right?
Yes.
Last year it was kind of but they had a whole bunch of coaching shit going on. Their defense is great.
Yeah, well, it's better now with these two signings I just seen I didn't know happened.
Absolutely. So why don't you keep going?
So to protect Justin, they got offense tackle Chukwuma Okafor signed with the Jets. Center Josh I didn't know that one either. Josh Myers agreed to a 1-year deal.
I don't even have that on mine. Yours must have updated.
Oh.
Nice.
And that's okay.
I guess.
So moving to the defensive side of the ball, they got linebacker Jamie Sherwood re-signed to a 3-year, $45 million deal. Cornerback Brandon Stevens, 3-year, $36 million. This one is really nice.
Absolutely.
Andre Sisco, 1-year deal worth up to $10 million. And then safety Isaiah Oliver is re-signing with them. So really solidifying the back end of that defense.
Absolutely.
I like it.
I mean,
Sisco's a dog, dude.
Yeah, he is. And Brandon Stevens is no slouch either. So Jets are trying to put it together. I'm not going to sit here and say they're going to the Super Bowl, but they're going to be a pretty good team next year.
They need someone opposite of Wilson
Yes.
on the other side, tight end. Pick up a good one in the later rounds this year in the draft. Tight end's really deep. So yeah, hopefully they can pull everything together and it comes full circle, man. Good for Justin.
Fully agreed. Moving on to the AFC North. This first one's going to be pretty quick. Baltimore Ravens signing DeAndre Hopkins to a 1-year, $6 million contract. Now, no offense to D-Hop, even though offense would obviously be taken. He is washed. Not the same guy he used to be. He is 32.
He's ring chasing, bro.
And I would do the same thing. I don't blame him at all. But even with what I just said, him being kind of washed, $6 million for DeAndre Hopkins? I'll sign that any day of the week. Sign me up. Next, giving the fullback some love. We thought Patrick Ricard was going to be a free agent, and he was until they re-signed him on a free agent deal.
Mention a fullback.
You know what? I like that. Never mind. And the last one on the Ravens is Ronnie Stanley, the re-signing on a 3-year, $60 million contract.
Yep. So not much going on in Baltimore. They're already good enough. I'm sure they'll make some more moves as the week goes on in the draft.
Now this next team.
This next team, I really don't think they know what the hell they're doing.
No, they're very confused.
But they did sign running back, Samaje Perine.
What the fuck's a Samaje Perine?
Signing a 2-year deal worth up to $3.8 million. Wide receiver T. Higgins, obviously, I think we all know he received the tag again. But they signed Gesicki, so that's good.
And they're letting Trey Hendrickson look for a trade.
Yep. Signed Gesicki to a 3-year deal worth up to $25 million, with $12 million in year 1. Another tight end, Tanner Hudson, re-signed a 1-year contract. Offensive lineman Cody Ford signed a 2-year contract. Edge rusher Joseph Osei re-signing on a 1-year deal for $7 million.
This one's fucking wild.
Re-signed B.J. Hill for 3 years, $33 million. Agreed to a 2-year, $15 million deal with T.J. Slayton, defensive lineman. Also, linebacker Owen Burks agreed to a 2-year, $5 million contract. Cornerback Marco Wilson re-signed with them on a 1-year deal. And long snapper Cal Adomidis.
Whatever, man. Bless you.
Let's go with it.
Yeah, they don't know what the fuck they're doing over there in Cincy. So Jamar Chase sat out practice last season, if we can remember back, because they wouldn't sign him, right?
Yes.
He wasn't even his 5th-year deal, was he? 5th-year option?
I don't believe so, no.
Right. So
what are you doing,
now
man?
you're going to go in here and give him the 5th-year option. He's going to be like, where's my contract? And now T. Higgins don't have a contract. Like, what are we doing? But we're going to re-sign all these other guys?
But it's okay. You don't need them guys. You got Gesicki back.
Right. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say Gesicki's terrible, because he's not. He's probably run-of-the-mill, right? He's a good starting tight end.
Yeah.
You could do worse. But, like, what the fuck we doing, man? You have probably, in my opinion, the greatest wideout duo in the league. I've really thought about it, and I think they're number one. But they're going to re-sign Gesicki instead. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, moving on to the Cleveland...
Cincinnati don't like to win.
No, they don't. The Cleveland Browns.
We're talking about a shit show.
Trading DTR and a 5th-round pick for Kenny Pickett.
Cleveland fans, your prayers have been answered. You got your guy.
Yes. Yes, you did. That's fucking ridiculous. What are we doing? Just re-sign Jameis. Fuck it. At least he can throw the ball. You remember that clip of Kenny Pickett trying to throw the ball, but he held onto it and fell over with it?
Yes.
What are we doing?
And they have Russell Wilson visiting Friday or tomorrow.
Yes, they do.
Something. So, what are you guys doing?
And we know Deshaun Watson is more than likely out the entire next season. We probably saw him play his last snap last season.
Good. I'm sick of hearing about this
Me too.
fucking guy.
Me too.
And probably drafting Shador.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I just know with all the allegations going on with Deshaun and now J-Tuck, J-Tuck's coming over with a full guarantee by the end of this fucking free agent signing. Anyway, they signed tackle Cornelius Lucas, agreed to terms with the Browns, is all it says. Now, here was a big one. Myles Garrett shattering what we thought edge rushers were worth. A 4-year extension that includes $123 million guaranteed with an average per year salary of $40 million. The deal, which ties Garrett to the Browns for the next 6 years, also includes a no-trade clause. I believe Myles Garrett is 28 right now. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Which means they'll have him until he is 34. As an edge rusher, most of the time, you're done at 32.
I thought he wanted out, but they're just going to show you money.
$40 million is $40 million.
I'd be like, I am not putting a no-trade clause in if I play for Cleveland.
They want him his whole career. They obviously see the Hall of Fame talent, and they want a Hall of Famer attached to the Browns' name. They haven't had one in a very fucking long time. What was the last? Joe Thomas, right? Before him, who was in the Hall of Fame last? Ozzie Newsome? Like dead ass.
May have been.
Insanity. After that, edge rusher from my Buccaneers, Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, signing a 1-year, $4.75 million deal with $4.19 million fully guaranteed. Defensive lineman Malik Collins agreed to a 2-year, $20 million deal with $13 million fully guaranteed. And linebacker Devin Bush agreed to the terms of the team.
Michigan guy.
Why don't you go ahead and read Ter's team?
Wow, I didn't know Gainwell went to Pittsburgh. For what? They're going to be getting Genty.
Don't say that.
Are they?
Don't you?
Are they though?
Don't you fucking put that on me.
Relax, T-Bone. They're not.
Don't put that on me, Ricky.
But they did sign Kenneth Gainwell.
They did.
From Philly. The big one. I love this. What is it with Tomlin and Diva wideouts, dude?
I don't know.
You're talking Antonio Brown, Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, who else?
George Pickens.
George Pickens.
Like,
wow.
Nothing but divas over there. Nothing but divas.
But they got another one. DK Metcalf acquired.
I hit both.
That's my Niners.
That one was an accident.
And we hate. You can't do Niners running DK Metcalf.
It was an accident. It was an accident.
Anyway, they acquired him in a trade with the Seahawks in exchange for a 2025 second round pick, which Pittsburgh Seattle is going to use on a not a quarterback but a running back, I believe.
You think they're done with K9?
Yeah,
I believe
but
so too.
T-Bone's always like, I got Charbonnet. Okay, where was I? Anyway, back to the DK trade. Yes, they get a true number one receiver. Problem is, they don't have no one to throw that motherfucker the ball.
They don't have a single quarterback as of 7 o'clock Wednesday.
Like, what are you guys doing?
You know what they're doing? They're letting Russell Wilson leave, and they're letting Justin Fields leave. That's what the fuck they're doing.
They gave up a 2025 second and a late round pick swap, which it might have been released today, but we just don't have it yet. Metcalf is signing a 4-year, $132 million extension with Pittsburgh.
Do you see what that breaks down to? by the way. I seen it the other day.
I don't do numbers, bro.
It's $30 million a year. What's Justin Jefferson making?
Is it 30?
30. DK is not Justin Jefferson. DK is a good wide receiver, absolutely. He has the tools to be top 20 in this league. He does. That's his skill set. He's not Justin Jefferson.
No.
He's never played a snap for your team, and you're signing him to that kind of a fucking... That's insane.
With no one to throw in the ball.
No one. Not a soul.
Wild. I like this.
You do?
They signed a tight end to back up
Move.
Donald Parham Jr. I can't believe the Chargers let him walk.
Dude, he's like 6'7".
Yes.
He's fucking massive.
Then moving on to the defensive line with Malik Harrison on a 2-year, $10 million deal. Let's go, Malik. I see you. Cornerback Brandon Eccles. Expected. But I can confirm it is a done deal with Pittsburgh. And this one just in. Huge. I love this move. I'm telling you what, the pair of Joey Porter Jr., Darius, what do they call him? Big play Slay.
Yes.
Signing a 1-year, $10 million deal that's full. Oh, shit.
They needed that so fucking badly.
Fully guaranteed.
So fucking bad. So even after they sign Aaron Rodgers, this is still the best signing they could have had. Get Joey Porter Jr. in line, Darius Slay. You can do it, buddy. We know you can. We have all the faith in you. We're getting out of there. Let's go to the South. Let's go to the Houston Texans. Fuck.
Dare
Ogunbowale, probably. Re-signing on a 1-year, $2 million deal. Wide receiver Braxton Berrios signing a 1-year, $2 million deal. You know, I thought he was out of the league.
No.
He was a dog on the Dolphins. We don't like to talk about that. Anyway.
Sneaky good pick, and I love it because I have him on my team.
Super good pick. Christian Kirk, acquired in a trade with the Jaguars in exchange for a 2026 7th-round pick. They got him for free.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to see plenty of value. We got to remember, Diggs ain't coming back. More than likely,
Dell's out for the season.
out for the year. Hopefully, he comes back sometime.
And Kirk is amazing in the slot. He's not good on the outside.
That's where they're playing him, is out of the slot.
Take it easy. It's not that big a deal. We're all friends here. Just calm down. Anyway, wide receiver Justin Watson, former Buck as well, signing a free agent deal. Offensive guard Laken Tomlinson agreed to a 1-year, $4.25 million deal with a max value of $5 million. Edge Derek Barnett returning on a 1-year, $5 million deal. Edge Darrell Taylor agreed to a 1-year, $5.25 million deal. Defensive lineman Mario Edwards re-signing on a 2-year, $9.5 million deal. Defensive lineman Sheldon Rankins agreed to a 1-year with a max value of $7 million. Linebacker Nick Neiman signed a 2-year deal up to $6.5 million. And cornerback / kick returner Tremon Smith agreed to a 2-year, $7 million deal. And another really good pickup, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, acquired along with a 2026 6th-round pick in a trade with the Eagles in exchange for offensive guard Kenyon Green and a 26 5th-rounder. You want to take us to the Colts so we can get mad?
Very intriguing signing. Danny Dimes has landed in Indy. Colts fans, get ready. Your summer's going to be packed full of intense moments with this quarterback battle between Anthony Richardson and Danny Dimes. Just get ready for that. It's going to be great.
Dude, Anthony Richardson is such a better quarterback than Danny Dimes. And that's saying something. Because honestly, Anthony Richardson's not that good. I like him. But he's really not that good. But Their accuracy, about the same.
He just needs to get his feet wet a little more, man.
Yeah. He's got the same accuracy as Daniel Jones, which is not a compliment. But he's got a much better deep ball. And his legs work a hell of a lot better. What the fuck's the competition for? And $14 million for Daniel fucking Jones?
13 million fully guaranteed. $6 million signing bonus. So yeah, Danny Dimes still getting it done.
He's a fucking bank robber.
Hey man, he's still getting it done.
Go ahead.
Running back Khalil Herbert.
I didn't hear about that one.
That one just happened. I remember watching it. Wide receiver Ashton Doolin re-signed on a 2-year deal worth up to 8.5. Center Danny Pinter re-signed with the Colts. This one's gonna hurt, guys. This one's gonna sting a little bit. Cornerback Charvarius Ward, previously of our Niners, agreed to a 3-year deal worth up to $60 million with $35 million guaranteed, including a $20 million signing bonus.
He's worth every penny. Charvarius Ward is a dog.
He is. Good for you. Ball out.
I found what our last button's going to be. I think Whiskey Nick said it. It's going to be dogs barking. We need that.
Harper.
Yeah, we might just... Anyway.
Moving on. And they also got safety Cameron Bynum. Good pick. Good pickup. Agreed to a 4-year, $60 million contract.
Agreed.
And he's giving this money away.
Yeah. I mean, any means necessary, right? And now we're on to
Yes.
the Jacksonville Jaguars. They signed quarterback Nick Mullins, signing a 2-year, $6.5 million deal with $3 million guaranteed. That's a great backup. When he came in for the Vikings, he really put on a show.
He used to be a Niner.
I'm sorry.
He backed up Jimmy G.
Oh, no.
What?
Who the fuck wants to learn from Jimmy G?
Jimmy G's got 2 rings.
Duval.
Anyway, they also signed De'Ami Brown from the Commanders.
Remember that time the Commanders picked De'Ami Brown before Amon-Ra St. Brown in the draft?
I do. He agreed to a 1-year, $10 million deal, which has a max value of 12. Tight end Hunter Long agreed to a 2-year, $5 million deal with a max value of 6. Another tight end, Johnny Munt, agreed to terms. Are you okay? Offensive tackle Chuma Edoga, agreed to terms with the Jaguars. Robert Hainsey, which is from the Bucs, agreed to a 3-year, $21 million deal with a $13 million guaranteed. Patrick McCarry agreed to a free agent deal. Now this one, cornerback Jordan Lewis signing a 3-year, $30 million deal with $20 million fully guaranteed and $12.5 million in year 1. That's a hell of a pickup.
Let's go blue.
Okay. And finally, safety Eric Murray signing a 3-year, $22.5 million deal with $12 million guaranteed.
All right, let's go to that shit show down in Tennessee.
It's fucking rough.
What are they doing? Who's going to be the first pick? Cam Ward, Abdul Carter, or is Tennessee trading out of it?
I
Who
hope
knows?
it's Abdul Carter.
But they did get wide receiver Van Jefferson. Oh, he was in Pittsburgh.
He was?
Yes, for T-Bone.
Oh.
Offensive tackle Dan Moore Jr. This is a good pickup. Offensive guard Kevin Zeitler agreed to a 1-year, $9 million contract. They got defensive lineman Sebastian Joseph Day. Re-signing on a 1-year deal worth up to $7.5 million. I think we missed our call. We need to get in some of this money.
I get that.
Linebacker Cody Barton agreed to a 3-year, $21 million contract.
Dog.
long snapper
Hell yeah.
Morgan Cox. Oh, shit. They got Johnny Hecker.
Well, Morgan Cox re-signed to a free agent deal.
Sorry, yeah. I seen punter Johnny Hecker, man. Great terms on a 1-year deal.
Hell yeah. And last, right, but not least.
That's it.
Or no, that's it for the South. We're going to go to the West. Are we going to cut this into 2 parts? Because we're creeping up here.
I told you, we're not even
I know.
in the NFC.
I know. This is fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry, guys. There's just so much to talk about right now. Starting with the AFC West. The Denver fucking Broncos.
Fuck them.
Basically the Niners. I mean, well, you'll understand here in a second if you haven't heard anything. They've signed quarterback Jarrett Stidham, re-signing with a 2-year, $12 million deal with $6.99 million guaranteed. Couldn't even give him 7. How fucking rude. Trent Sherfield, wide receiver, agreed to a 2-year, $6 million contract with $1.5 million guaranteed. So they don't have much faith in him at all. Anyway, this is a really, really nice pickup. Tight end Evan Engram agreed to a 2-year, $23 million deal with $16.5
Get him
million.
Bo Nix them weapons, baby.
Fully guaranteed. Offensive tackle Matt Pert re-signed to a 2-year, $7 million deal. Nose tackle DJ Jones re-signed to a 3-year deal. And here is where it starts to get a little fucked up, okay? For your boy Sean O'Mac. Because you're going to hear 2 of these names. R.I.P. the big homie. So, they've signed. You know what? I'm going to skip. You know what? Hold on. And a linebacker, Dre Greenlaw, agreed to a 3-year deal worth up to $35 million. And safety, Talanoa Hufanga, agreed to a 3-year deal worth up to $45 million. $20 million guaranteed.
Talanoa.
What'd I say?
You threw like a G in there, Taglanoa.
I threw a T in
You
there?
sound like Terry.
That's my bad, Hufanga. You that dude, okay? Anyway, 2 Niners hit that defense. It was a coaching problem last year. The Niners defense had no issues. But they also signed Justin Stranad. That's an odd one. Sorry, buddy. Re-signing on a 1-year deal for $2.7 million. And long snapper Mitchell Fraboni signed to a 3-year contract.
Like Zaboni.
You want to read everybody's favorite team?
Moving on to the garbage ass Chiefs. They re-signed running back Elijah Glass Mitchell. Have fun with that one. Wide receiver Hollywood Brown. Let's go. Offensive tackle Jalen Moore.
Where are we going?
We're
said,
going to
"Let's
offensive
go."
guard Trey Smith.
Oh,
Big one right here. They re-signed Nick Bolton on a 3-year, $45 million contract with $30 million guaranteed.
and Trey Smith was franchise tagged. He did.
Yes, I did forget that. My bad.
And offensive tackle Jalen Moore agreed to a 2-year, $30 million contract.
Yeah, and then they also got cornerback Christian Fulton signing a 2-year, $20 million deal as the max value, 20.5, includes $15 million fully guaranteed. Punter Matt Ariza.
Ariza?
Yeah.
Dog.
He signed a exclusive rights free agent tender, which is worth up to $960,000.
What the fuck does that mean? Sorry, guys. We're not experts, but that's fucking wild. Anyway, who's next?
Long snapper James Winchester. No relation to. Re-signed to a 1-year, $1.65 million deal that's fully guaranteed.
Nice. Now, here is where things get interesting. I'm glad that I landed on this team. The Raiders. Trading for Geno Smith. They exchanged a 25 third-round pick. That's it. Geno Smith, we've talked some shit about him, haven't we? He's not great.
Yeah.
But guess what? He throws that fucking rock, doesn't he? He's been in the top 5 for passing yards in the league for the past 2-3 years.
Well, you ain't getting no positive comments about him from me.
I don't care if they're positive or not. Facts are facts, buddy. That dude slings that rock kind of like a Jameis Winston type of fella. Just less interceptions. Let's just get real. You say whatever you need to say, but that dude's throwing 4,000, 4,500 yards every fucking season.
Fuck him.
Pete Carroll loves that guy, and that is why he traded for him. And a 3rd-round pick for Geno Smith to a team that desperately needs a quarterback?
As desperate as Pittsburgh?
Aiden O'Connell. Pittsburgh let 2 walk out the door. It's a little different. I think it's good. If you are a Jacoby Myers fantasy owner, your stock just went through the roof. If you are a Brock Bowers fantasy owner, your stock just went through the roof. It is simple as that, in my opinion. Because them 4,500 yards, they got to come from somewhere.
And Trey Tucker.
Yeah, agreed. Fully agreed. So, just saying. Hold on to them guys or wait for them to ball out and trade them high, for sure. They signed Triple Crown winner Alex Kappa for most sacks, most pressures. Anyway. Signed a 2-year, $11 million contract. I don't know how you make that much money being... Anyway. Now, here was the first of the edges that got signed. Mad Max Crosby signed a 3-year extension worth $106.5 million with $91.5 fully guaranteed. He's making roughly $35.5 million per year.
Let's go, Mad Max.
Worth every penny. Edge, Malcolm Kuntz, re-signed to a 1-year, $12 million deal. Defensive lineman Adam Butler re-signing on a 3-year contract worth $16.5 million with $11 million in guarantees. Linebacker Elandon Roberts signing a 1-year, $3.01 million deal. Cornerback Eric Stokes, I believe that's an ex-Packer. Is that who that is? Preacher, call in, let us know. Signing a 1-year, $4 million deal. Safety Jeremy Chin signing a 2-year deal worth more than $16 million. And safety Isaiah Polamau signed a 2-year extension worth up to $8.45 million. You want to run us to the Chargers that made an excellent...
Don't forget to call the Goon line. Let us know that info.
Yeah. We have a great signing first up. I love the signing.
Yes, the L.A. Chargers signed.
Thank you for not saying San Diego. Hold on. I want to applaud you for that.
I don't usually say
You've been saying San Diego ever since we started this fucking podcast, and we're almost 70 episodes in.
Oh.
I'm so proud of you right now. I feel like a proud papa.
Anyway, they signed Najee Harris to a 1-year deal worth up to $5.25 million fully guaranteed. They gave him a $3.75 million signing bonus plus $1.5 million base and a max value $9.25 million with incentives. Once again, much numbers. I'm not the guy. Wide receiver.
You don't like this?
Wide receiver Jalen Reagor re-signing with the Chargers.
I'm kind of shocked you don't like that.
I like this one. Bradley Bozeman re-signing on a multi-year contract. Edge. Khalil Max re-signing on a 1-year, $18 million deal.
Pause that. I think it's his retirement tour.
Yeah.
And you know what? That guy, future Hall of Famer, Khalil Mack, is one of the all-time greats. And I'm happy to see him back for one more year. Not a Chargers fan by any means, but I'll tell you this.
He balled out last year.
Love Khalil Mack. Was it 2 years ago we got the 7 sacks in one game? Fucking wild, bro. He's a dog.
He is.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Defensive lineman Tier Tart returned on a new deal. Linebacker Troy Dye returned on a 2-year, $5.5 million deal. Cornerback Dante Jackson agreed to a 2-year, $13 million deal. Cornerback Elijah Molden signed a 3-year, $18.75 million extension. Includes $13.5 million in guarantees. Cornerback Benjamin St. Jude agreed to a 1-year contract. Punter J.K. Scott returning to the Chargers on a 2-year, $6 million deal with $3.15 million guaranteed to kick the ball.
You gotta love it. So we are gonna save the NFC for a part 2. We're gonna rock this into 2 parts because we're already at 50 minutes. About the AFC, before we end this, let me hear your top 3 signings that you've heard so
Number
far.
1, not even close, Justin Fields.
I fully agree.
Number 2 would be Joey Bosa for that defensive line in Buffalo.
Okay.
Number 3 would be I'm going to go back to the Jets because when we were on them, I told you
Yeah.
it's Cisco
They're having a great
safety. I really like that. I really do for that defense.
My 3 are Greg Russo for the Bills, actually. That's probably my number 1. I think I'm going to say Big Play Slay in Pittsburgh as my 2 because they need that more than anything. And
They need that more than a quarterback.
I wanna meet you and say Justin Fields for the Jets, but I don't want to. I don't want to.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna give Dre Greenlaw on the Broncos. Not just to fuck with you, but with that signing, they needed a strong middle linebacker last season. They had they were decent, but Dre Greenlaw is probably top 10 in the league for an inside linebacker. And I think he's going to really rally that defense behind him. So those are my 3. Anything else you want to give any type of special attention to other than the Bengals don't know what the fuck they're doing in that front office?
no, I honorary one I would say I really like is Evan Ingram.
Yeah,
They
Evan
need a
Ingram.
tight end in Denver.
For sure. Well, anyway, that's it for part 1. So that's us, the Gridiron Goons, at the Gridiron
Mine
Goons
is
Studios.
Preacher.
Well, yeah, that is
By
true.
the way, happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday to Preacher's wife. We love you.
Happy birthday.
Anyway, that's us, the Gridiron Goons, at the Gridiron Goons Studios. And always remember, when you have a shit ton of stuff to read it all and make it a part 2. Fuck it. This is your week.